Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. So today we are going to explore how nuclear technology is used in medicine. So while nuclear technology has many applications in energy, industry or research, our focus today will be on medical use. So specifically nuclear imaging. More precisely, we will be looking at how PET scanning in nuclear medicine is used to detect cancer, or one of its most powerful and life-saving applications. So without further ado, let's begin. To begin this video by looking at the definition of nuclear medicine. So nuclear medicine is a branch of medical imaging that uses small amounts of radioactive substances called radiotracers. So it is to see how organs and tissues are functioning. Unlike X-rays and MRIs, which mainly show structure, nuclear medicine provides images of function and metabolism. So this allows doctors to see or to detect diseases earlier and with greater precision. Moving on, nuclear medicine has a range of important clinical applications, and this slide will highlight three of the most significant one. So first, it is widely used in detecting cancer. So as cancer cells absorb more of the radio tracers due to their high metabolic activity, this allows doctors to locate tumors, determine how active they are, and even monitor whether the treatment is working. And second, in the field of neurology, nuclear imaging can help with the brain scan to detect conditions like Alzheimer's diseases or monitor epileptic activity. And last but not least, in cardiology, nuclear scans are used to assess heart damage, such as identifying areas with a reduced blood flow or blocked arteries. So let's see a little bit of detail about the history of nuclear medicines. So as you can see on the slide, nuclear medicine has gone through three major phases of development. On the phase 1, from 1950 to 1970s, it was the foundation stage. So during this time, basic radioactive traces were introduced, gamma cameras were developed, and SPECT-CT imaging emerged. So phase 2 in the 1980s and 1990s marked the innovation of PET scan. So this was a breakthrough in visualizing metabolic activity, especially with the introduction of FDG, which is a tracer that is still widely used in today's era. And finally, in phase 3, from 2000 to the present, we have seen a major advancement with hybrid imaging systems like PET-CT and PET-MRI. So this technology combines functional and structural information, offering a more complete and accurate diagnosis for patients.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ubi Maisara binti Cik Mazlan, and I will explain to you the application of nuclear in the medical field, which is PET. Stands for positron emission tomography. It is a nuclear imaging technique that used to observe functional process in our body such as metabolism, blood flow and cellular activity. Unlike the X-ray or CT scan that focus on the structure, PET scan can reveal on how well our organ and tissue are working in the real time. For example, doctor can understand how well our heart is pumping, how well our brain is working, or whether a tumor is growing or shrinking. So how does the PET scan work? So let me explain in the simple terms. So first, the patient is given a special type of medicine called a tracer. It usually injected in our body and it will travel through the blood with the different parts of the body. So this tracer goes to the area that are more active, like the brain, heart, or even the cancer parts. It is the kind like a spotlight that show which part of the body are working harder. So this PET machine then taken the picture of the tracer goes. So this picture show which part of the body are using more energy or are more active. So the doctor use this image to help to find the problem like the cancer, heart issue or brain disorder, even the before a person feels sick. So now let's explore the physics behind how PET scan works. So the key part of the PET scan is radioactive substance called a tracer. This tracer contains the atom that go through the process called beta plus decay. So also known as positron emission. So in this beta plus decay, a proton inside the nucleus of the radioactive atom will change into a neutron. So when this happens, it will release a positron, which is a particle just like an electron but with a positive charge. So the positron will travel a very short distance in our body, so just a few millimeters before it will meet an opposite, which is an electron. When the positron and electron are meet, they will annihilate each other. This means that they are both will destroy and their mass is converted into energy. So that energy will release in the form of two gamma ray. Each of them have energy 511 kilo electron volt. So this gamma ray will fly out in opposite direction, exactly 180 degrees apart. So the PET scanner has the ring of detector around the patient. When the two detector pick up the same gamma ray at the exact same time, The scanner will record the event. So this tells the machine that the annihilation along that line between the two detectors. So the computer will reconstruct a detailed 3D image that show where the radioactive tracer is inside the body. So it will show the doctor to see which part of the area are the most active.
Thank you, Maisara, for explaining about what is positron emission tomography, PET, and the physics behind it. My name is Zuri Najah, the third member of this group. For my part, I will explain more deeper about PET regarding on how it interacts with the tissue and also how the image are formed. First of all, a small amount of radio tracer called FDG is injected into a vein. FDG is a type of sugar that behaves like glucose. So once it enters the bloodstream, which is in the circulation, it travels around the body just like regular sugar does. Next up is cell uptake. Cells that need a lot of energy, they will absorb more FDG because they are more active. After entering a cell, FDGs get trapped because it cannot broken down like normal glucose. Inside the FDG is a radioactive element called fluorine-18. After that, positron emissions. This element is unstable and releases a positron, a tiny particle similar to positive electron. The positron travel a very short distance before it meets electron in nearby tissue. When they meet, they annihilate each other and produce two gamma rays that move in opposite direction. The last step is detection. The PET scanner has a ring of special detectors that surround the patient. These detectors catch the gamma ray and record them where they came from. A computer that uses this information figure out exactly where the FDG is inside the body. Then, how the images are formed. So, this is the process of forming images in PET scan involving this step: detection, data points, computer processing, and final PET image. First, detection. After the PET scanner detects the gamma rays that are released from the body, it starts collecting thousands or even millions of signals from all around the patient. Second step is data points. Each time a pair of gamma rays is detected, the scanner's record is as the data points, showing the possible location where the positron and electron met. These data points doesn't yet form an image, they are just raw information. After that, the step is computer processing. A powerful computer processes all these data points using special mathematical calculation to figure out exactly where in the body the radio tracer like FDG was located. Last step is final PET image. By combining all this information from different angles, the computer can build a clear and detailed 3D image of the inside in the body.